Then At-Tahawiyyah, rahimahullah, he moves on, still with regard to the angels, mentioning a further angel, or angels, with a different duty. So he said, وَنُؤْمِنُ, point number 169, وَنُؤْمِنُ بِمَلَكِ الْمَوْتِ الْمُوَكَّلِ بِقَبْضِ أَرْوَاحِ الْعَالَمِينَ. And we have Eemaan in the angel of death, who is entrusted with taking the souls of the people. So this point is with regard to the MalakulMawt, the angel of death, the angel who takes your soul at the point of death. And he said, and we have Eemaan, we truly believe in the angel of death, who is entrusted with taking the souls of the people. Shaykh Fawzan said, mentioning an evidence for that, he said, He, the Perfect, said, وَهُوَ الْقَاهِرُ فَوْقَ عِبَادِهِ وَيُرْسِلُ عَلَيْكُمْ حَفَظَةً حَتَّى إِذَا جَاءَ أَحَدَكُمُ الْمَوْتِ تَوَفَّتْهُ رُسُلُنَا. Surah Al-An'am, the 6th surah, ayah 61. With the explanation, He, Allah, is the invincible subduer above His servants, and He sends upon you guardian angels until when death comes to you, our messengers from the angels take his soul in death. Shaykh al-Fawzan said, explaining the ayah, because the ayah mentions Rusuluna, our messengers, that at the point of death, Allah mentions that the Rusul come to the person, messengers come to the person. So Shaykh al-Fawzan said, meaning min al-malaika, I mean the messengers who come to you at death, mean from the angels. And then he makes the point, so the Rusul, messengers, can be from the angels, and they can be from mankind. I mean, it's an explanation of this word, Rusul, messengers. I mean, Allah sends messengers, Rusul, some He sends are from the angels, I mean the angels with the duties, like the angel of death that's being discussed here. And of course, angels, rather messengers are sent, I mean messengers to mankind, meaning from the humans. In the sense, in the ayah here, the Rusul mentioned are the messengers from the angels, as Shaykh al-Fawzan mentioned. Then he mentions a further proof. Allahu yastafi min al-malaikati rusula wa min al-nas. Surah Al-Hajj, the 22nd surah, ayah 75. A proof for that the term Rusul, messengers, can be used for angels as well as mankind. With the explanation, Allah chooses messengers from the angels. Allah chooses messengers from the angels and from mankind. Then he mentions a further ayah with regard to the angels of death. تَوَفَّتْهُ رُسُلُنَا وَهُمْ لَا يُفَرِّطُونَ. Surah Al-An'am, the 6th surah, ayah 61. The same, a continuation of the ayah that was mentioned just before. Our messengers, with the explanation, our messengers take him, the person at the point of death, our messengers take him in death, and they are not negligent. And he mentions a further ayah on the same point. وَلَوْ تَرَى إِذْ يَتَوَفَّى الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا الْمَلَائِكَةُ يَضْرِبُونَ وُجُوهَهُمْ وَأَدْبَارَهُمْ. Surah Al-Anfal, the 8th surah, ayah 50. With the explanation, and if only you could see when the angels take the unbelievers in death, beating their faces and their backs. And he mentions a final ayah. He said in another ayah, يَتَوَفَّاكُمْ مَلَكُلْمَوْتِ. Surah Sajda, the 32nd surah, ayah 11. With the explanation, the angel of death takes their souls, or rather the angel of death takes your souls in death. The angel of death takes your souls in death. Then Shaykh Fawzan says, makes an important point. He says, so in some of the ayahs, death is ascribed to al-malaika, to the angels. I mean, taking the soul in death is ascribed to the angels. And in some ayahs, the death, I mean taking the soul in death, is ascribed to a single angel. In the ayahs that we just heard, some of the ayahs mention al-malaika, the plural angels taking the person's soul. And in others, like the last ayah from Surah Al-Sajdah, it mentions MalakulMawt, the angel, the singular angel of death. Then Shaykh Fawzan said, so this shows that the angels have a leader who is the MalakulMawt. The angels have a leader who is the angel of death. And just as a side point, just as Shaykh Fawzan has explained the point, then likewise the Salaf explained the same point and explained these ayahs in just the same way. And Ibn Jarir at-Tabari mentions in his tafsir from some of the Salaf, like Ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhuma, and Ibrahim al-Nakha'i from his students, or from the Tabi'een, and likewise from Qatada from the Tabi'een, that they mention the meaning of these ayahs is that the angel of death has helpers who are other angels who are his helpers. There's not just one, there's one angel of death who is the leader of other angels who are his helpers, who take the souls of people in death. So that's the explanation of the ayah, where it's mentioned in the singular, meaning the angel of death, the chief of the angels, of those angels. And where it's mentioned in the plural, meaning the angels are his helpers. Then Shaykh Fawzan said, moving on, he said, and as for the matter of death, then no one disputes about it. In the matter of people dying, no one disputes about that. And as for the angel of death and his assistants, then some of the descendants of Adam deny that. However, having Eemaan in the angels is a fundamental from the fundamental principles of Islam and from the confirmed, or from the Eemaan which is confirmed in the book and the Sunnah. So Eemaan in the angels is a fundamental principle from the fundamentals of Islam and the fundamentals of Eemaan, which are confirmed in the book and the Sunnah. So therefore, whoever denies the existence of the angels in general, whoever says who doesn't believe in angels at all, or who denies a single particular angel, then he is a kafir, he is an unbeliever. If a person is in either of those two categories, he's a kafir. If he denies the angels altogether, he doesn't believe in angels whatsoever, he's a kafir. Or if he picks out one angel and doesn't believe in it, doesn't believe in that angel, then likewise he's an unbeliever. Shaykh Fawzan said, because he has denied a pillar from the pillars of Eemaan. And that's where Shaykh Fawzan ends explanation of this point. So both of these 2 points with regard to the angels. The first point from the two with regard to the guardian angels. And then this second point with regard to the angel of death. And with regard, as a side point, in addition, with regard to the angel of death, MalakulMawt, then Shaykh al-Albani mentioned, rahimahullah, Shaykh al-Albani mentioned in his notes, a small point, he said, that is his name in the Qur'an. I mean, the angel of death in the Qur'an is called MalakulMawt, the angel of death. And as for what is commonly widespread amongst the people, that they call the angel of death Azrael, then there is no basis for that. Rather, it is from the Israeliyat. It's a story from the people of the book, something that's got no correct basis. I mean, the angel of death, his name is not, we don't take it to be, his name is Azrael. Rather, we take his name to be what is mentioned in the Qur'an, MalakulMawt, the angel of death. And we leave it there.